I'm sorry.
There you go.
It's also video, Kevin, you missed that.
Yep.
Now it's YouTube video, so.
Well,
Okay, I'll be back. That's fine.
Or whatever
Thank you.
downstairs that you gotta.
bottom line is, the windows are responsible.
Okay. All right, so we'll call the meeting to order.
Because they've got to be consistent.
Calling the Sign Advisory Council meeting to order on Tuesday, June 29th at 9 a.m. And with members present are Paul Wolf, Kevin Kuchar, Chris Young. This is being recorded for on YouTube, video and audio. Do we have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So move.
Second.
All in favor? Do we have an approval of our minutes from the last meeting?
I wasn't here.
I will second it. All in favor? Okay. Great. So we have the first item is the 29 Center Street Master Sign Plan, which just came back because it needed to be put through the process. I think that, but although they haven't actually submitted anything, so maybe we just hold for revisions on that because we haven't really, they haven't.
Yeah,
It was down to the stones, I think, was the last thing that needed to be applied for.
yeah, I'd be okay if we want to move it till that end and talk about it.
Okay.
Other folks out of here, but I do.
All right, so,
Hey, Ben.
all right.
Hi, how are you?
Joining the meeting is
Could I probably sit there?
all right, so we'll go to the
You can
agenda.
close it if you want.
Temporary.
No, I think she's recording.
These have gone.
Yeah, we need some slight adjustments,
Yeah.
after last week.
Thank you. So, okay. This is the newest.
That should be the newest one for that, and we kind of reverted back to the original, other than without that logo on it.
Yeah.
And then there should be another basket one that was similar to the original, but toned down a bit. And it might, when it prints, I feel like PDF print kind of does brighter colors, but they did tone it down quite a bit.
Great. So we went.
We've kind of gone around.
Went around, 'cause they had come back with the black and white and the simpler, you missed like this. And we were just like, you know, like, the two didn't work together. These work together. Okay. So, any comments?
No, I think you'll look at the only comment I have is, do you want any like dates on there or anything like that? Or it's just,
In terms of how long they'll be up for?
No, like
Oh.
putting a date on here.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think we're okay without,
That's fine.
yeah, it looks nice, good. Motion
Thanks for
approved.
working with us on that.
Yeah, no.
You're great.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
That's for numbers 2 and 3.
Three, two, and
Good to
three.
see you.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Sign here.
Hi.
You have to remove the easel from your front step before we can talk to you.
Oh, yeah?
We're not applying for ours, we're applying somewhere else.
Okay.
Well, we have to apply for the sign, so we can't get the sign, so we have to know people where we are.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Let's stick to the agenda.
There you go.
We've got 8 Amelia Drive,
Yes.
Yes,
which is nip and tuck it.
yes, it's a upholstery business.
So basically that sign, that Nantucket Energy sign, it's the same size over that same door.
That's what's
And
existing.
it's going to be painted,
Okay.
not carved.
Yeah, and that's actually smaller.
That's
This sign
where-
here is smaller
that's
than the
what's
Nantucket Energy. That's actually smaller.
Yeah,
The nip and tuck is smaller than the Nantucket Energy sign.
And we have red.
it's like stop sign red,
It's what?
like stop sign red,
Stop sign red,
like a bright red.
Got
how
it.
about Nantucket red?
Yeah, we
We
can
can do
do
whatever.
muted colors.
Muted colors, okay. Could we do maybe like a brick red almost, or?
Yeah, I mean, something more representative of this.
Okay,
Most of the stuff
okay.
is on red.
Has a unique border.
What is it, carved, painted?
It's painted.
Painted wood.
Yep.
Any comments?
Yeah, I think I like your little sewing detail around the edge. That's nice.
Nice
It's a
job.
border.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
It's cute.
shows a little bit of concept anyway.
What is that approvable red? Is it Folger red or Fawn red or isn't there like a
Kristen's,
It's like,
Kristen's red?
man, take a pants red.
There you go.
No, that's like salmon. We're talking about Hawaiian red.
So with your permission, I'll put muted on the,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so that it's like on record that
Yeah.
we're talking about.
So you're going with the brick red or the?
Right, just not a stop
So-
sign, right? Just
Yeah.
I don't think she wants like
It's not
Nantucket
shiny,
red,
not
but
shiny.
yeah.
Motion for approval.
so,
Okay, all in favor?
aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
so,
Thank you.
while you're here, off
Okay.
the agenda, do you want to talk about getting a sign for your building?
Sure.
Where has it been left? It was that Sheila was looking for,
Well, you guys wanted to put it over the doorway, which is that awning, which
yeah,
there's only a 6-inch, I guess, freeze board there, so. And the way the sign is it's gonna hang over that.
Our
Yeah.
concern is you might hit your head.
Well, that and the wind, I think, is, there's nothing on the bottom of the thing that's gonna hold it from the building, so
Yeah.
I just didn't think, when you go by the street, you can't even notice that with that hedge there, so people are, doing 45 when they go by there anyway, but, so I didn't know, I understand that you guys wanted near the doorway, but between the two windows is not I don't think that's an obstruction or anything, you got the 5 feet between the two picture windows.
yeah. Is there any room between the window and the corner that
No.
goes onto the
I
deck?
think you might have to look at a different sign type. I mean,
As opposed to a wall sign?
no, just as opposed to the scale you're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
the sign you just presented to us could easily fit over there. So it just depends on how you design it.
Would we be allowed to keep the shape though, or because that would be kind of like our logo, so that would be.
It's
a
like
little
the
bit-
Nantucket
Right.
classic sign, right? Like the
Yeah,
sort of.
I don't, if it doesn't fit, but if it fits, but if you look at the guidebook, the purpose of the guidebook is to locate the signs by an entrance. It's not about having your sign be a logo. In fact, there's various comments in the guidebook about not having logos on your signs, or if you do, it should be 15% of the sign. So I don't feel like anybody here did anything outside of the guidelines. But I think personally, putting an easel out like you have is not a good solution even. This makes it look.
Where nobody can see we are there. And when you tell people 45 Old South Road, they don't even know 45 Old South Road there. And then you guys say, well, it was Tugboat Kim. Oh, so that's what it was. You know what I mean? So, and that's, so, I mean, if you guys want it in front of that sign, I'll put whatever. I'll put 4x4s down there and stick it and screw it to the wall. I don't, whatever. If it's determined that it's got to be in front of that doorway,
what if it
then I'll
was,
put it there.
what if it was like on the side, like, so it's still facing the front, but it's like on the side by the
Well,
porch?
that's what he said. There's not enough room between the window and that corner. Between the two
Windows
windows.
about a
there's one.
projecting sign, so you catch it
Yeah.
opposite the road.
Well, because you can't see it when you're coming down Old South Road, like I said, again, when you're going with that hedge in front of the dentist's office, that thing's 12 foot high. So people are by the building before you even see the sign, before you even see it, even if it's projecting over the door, which is gonna be smaller in size because, and it's here instead of facing the road. So when people drive by there, I said, nobody goes 20, everybody's doing 35 or 40 by that thing, so.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to take advantage. of
No,
that.
no,
Let's,
that's fine.
we'll look at it. You're gonna have to make an application of some
Right.
kind, so.
Well, they did, it just kind of stopped.
Yeah. That's
It
what
it was held for revisions, right? That's the
Well,
end.
yeah, it was
Okay.
left on us and we were kind of thinking about what we wanted to do.
Got it. All right, well, this was off the agenda anyway, but I just wanted to take advantage. So why don't we all look at it when we're driving in Old South and be prepared for
Right, because like I said, I don't, but if you have to change the logo, that's the logo, then if the sign can be approved the way it is and you guys want it over the doorway, like I said, I'll put something there to make it hang in front of that doorway, so it's permanently hanging there, but it's, I mean, between the, like I said, you got 2 picture windows there that you can see it. I don't think it's gonna be an obstacle, even if we put it up there, you guys drive by there and say, hey, well, that's not a good sign, we need to move it, then we can move it. I mean, it's only a couple screws in the building that we need to move. But, I mean,
Let's not go there yet.
Yeah.
Don't make
Wait,
a sign.
no. You know.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
All right.
You got
Thank
your
you.
sign to go, Bill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Take care.
Yeah. So, take these.
That's called the violate that you get noticed.
Yeah, well,
Tim didn't seem to have a problem with
but his sign was located where they want their sign, and it was approved, I believe.
it. I don't think so.
No, I don't know, I thought he had his sign in between.
Maybe we should ask.
So that's why I haven't wanted to bring it, but
I don't, they would have said so, and I don't remember it. I
I'm
remember.
sure he did in the first meeting. I don't know, but
Have we
Oh,
ever,
well, we can
have we
follow
ever,
by.
have we ever approved them about them?
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember approving that point. But there's a solution other than, I mean, there's a solution to be found, just
Yeah.
gonna take a little bit of willingness, but putting a white easel board up is not a solution that
No.
either drives traffic.
I haven't gone by them for quite a while, but
And a lot of other signs as well.
all the other signs on the windows,
They're all.
that's showing the products, but they're all signs.
Yeah,
all right, so.
Anyway,
Do you have any
I
questions? Do you wanna-
well, I want to go back to the
Oh,
master
yes.
sign plan.
Yeah.
I guess I think we should probably get, I don't know where did you go look at it, Chris?
I haven't seen this.
Because I went again and I wish Mark were here because I'd show it to him, because he said he couldn't see it in the public way.
Oh, no, you can hear it.
And here's the public way, and there it is. And then there's another one there. And there's the post sign here for the ship place.
I don't think he was referring to that one. I think he was talking, there's one that says like follow the path, right? And that
That's
one's
what this
around-
is.
That one says Manor House Gate.
No, next one says follow the path.
Oh.
The next stone over here, there's an arrow carved in there, and then it says follow the path. So there's two or three tiles filled up here.
Got it.
My concern is twofold. Number one, if they want a directory sign to direct people that way, apply for a directory sign. We had a directory sign at that location before. Another solution would be to put a sign at the end of this path so people can look down and see where to go. The third and most obvious thing is all you have to do is look up and see the names on the building. This is not complicated. I'm afraid that, now Mark referenced that there was something like this down on Easy Street. I went and looked at it. It's a chapter 91 small square that says public way. I don't think they're applying for chapter 91, let people come through the place, right? And I'm just concerned that this spreads like wildfire, just like the boulders have outside of town. And we have everybody with a patio or a front stoop saying, follow the arrow to my store. And reason number 4, we need another one. We have no guideline for this other than the stone side guidelines that we do have. And that says that they should be used in rural areas. So I think this is introducing a totally new object and sign form that, yes, it's whimsical and cute and all that in the right setting, but this is in the core historic district, and I don't think it's appropriate. So I don't know where you guys are. Mark seemed to be leaning towards it. And if we want to approve it, I'm happy to go represent it both ways, but I feel if the full board needs to be aware of this if we do approve it.
Is there an application for
Yeah.
it?
There is no application for it, and however, it is on the master sign plan, and that's what, and it was retouched out of last week's photo submission. And that's why there was no notes, because everything kind of went sideways with the meeting, but
We don't have the application,
Oh.
there was no, formally, they haven't.
haven't applied for it yet.
applied to the master.
But it's on the master sign plan. So if we approve the master sign plan, we're essentially approving this sign without any discussion.
Got it.
Um,
So
That's-
we can
that's-
either,
I don't know, I just think there's other ways to do it that are more in keeping.
let's ask Kathy to come in, because I want to make sure I understand. There's no application here for us to actually make a motion on. So, but it's on the agenda, and I think that's because we had asked for a master sign plan, she just kept it on the agenda.
Well, it's just, in my mind, it's still both for revision and representation.
These things exist already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
If you look at the photo they submitted last week, it was retouched out. That's what really irritates me is when
I don't
we get
remember, I
these,
wasn't here last week.
we get these applications. and we get-
I really don't.
You
have
wouldn't
a
put an
problem
application,
with
would you? And no. No way.
Hear everything.
that. I understand everything.
Yeah.
Let me look at that.
You know, so, it's sort of off subject, but similar in vein is what the aquarium is doing with that big mural on their driveway.
Yeah.
It's cute, I like it, never was applied for.
Yeah,
And now is the Handlebar Cafe gonna have a big coffee cup in their driveway and it's,
yeah.
you know,
Where's that?
where's it
Where's
gonna
that
go?
part? Yeah.
And is this sort of similar in like,
well, you got, the surf shop down at, where Station 21 used to
yeah,
be.
what are they doing now?
They have a logoed floor mat on the sidewalk.
Yeah, see, like, to me, that's
Right, so-
that's a clear violation.
Right.
Yeah, it's all just sort of this idea that if it's flat on the ground, it doesn't qualify for sign guidelines, but I'm not, that doesn't,
It doesn't.
that's not what the guidelines say, anything that's, you know, any indication or advertising of, your businesses.
Yeah. So it's a new, dimension, but it's the same old thing.
To me, it's no different than putting an easel out, it's just the easel got knocked out.
Right, yeah, right. So I mean, I think NHA needs Mariah Mitchell needs
Unless they consider that art temporary, I don't know.
Well,
Ben's gonna go ahead and kids have a lot of dates in that next.
well, I talked to Jason about it,
Oh, you did?
because she's horrified.
Oh, she is. She would be, well, we can.
I mean, is it art, is it a sign? I just don't like to know, I just don't want to know where this goes to.
Yeah, no, that's a good question, because the HTC approves bricks and hardscaping, right?
Right, what colors your bluestone, what colors the
So what
brick,
happens when you start painting your bluestone?
right?
Again, about Mariah Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta complain about that, I haven't,
Oh, okay, well, we just followed the rules like the rest of them.
yeah.
So where does that go?
I don't know.
I came across a lot of things over the weekend. I'm just afraid to send them in to you because they're just gonna bury you.
I'm used to being very good, so I'll send them away, I
But
already have
there
a
was a
few.
bunch down on Easy Street,
Okay, just send them.
that new building with, I don't even know the address of the new building overlooking the harbor with the two decks up front. Those have flag signs, new signs. There's a design your own clothing shop down by the kids store where Carol Fudge used to
You
be.
just send them to me, and I'll.
Yeah, that's a mess.
The one in the corner.
Yeah.
So,
Just to follow up on that, have you heard from the hospital at all about any signage? You know where they're putting the pharmacy in the Founders Building? There's a 4x4 post in the garden, right on the side of the road. It cries for a freestanding sign.
okay, send that to me too.
Well, I don't want to.
Get ready.
Maybe it's the whole, maybe a flower trellis or something.
There's no sign on it yet.
And
I
then
guess we'll wait.
it's not in the master sign plan, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were pretty good last time.
So for 29 Center Street, there is no formal application.
No, I left it on there because I wasn't, because I was listening over the weekend when I was doing the minutes, and I know that he was going to, so I left it on. Better to have it on.
Okay.
I can't add it after I post
So
it.
we've discussed it in the context of the rock sign that's on site, but we won't make a motion or anything.
No, he hasn't brought anything in,
Okay.
so, because he's supposed to bring in that and then supposed to update his master sign plan with that as well, right? Is that, I'm under the impression of.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I know, I'm sure the notes were master like the recording was, kind of went off.
Well, I just listened, actually, there weren't any notes on any of the applications, so I just, if you guys just wouldn't mind, it's been last week was your first week back, so I cut you some slack in person, but if you could just write the comments for each application, would be really helpful for me for the minutes, because I use those as each individual application's minutes,
Did,
as opposed to me sitting there typing them up.
Send this around for progress. And,
So as far as, I love you. I walked from over there.
then enforcement.
Yes, they're bad.
You want to discuss it?
Enforcement, I have received a few, for now has,
oh, yeah.
has a chalkboard sign up. I'm about to send them a violation. I just received an email from a citizen last night about a few violations downtown. And of course, I'll be receiving Kevin's. 13 Center Street is going to be applying. They were the ones that received their violation. I didn't know, she didn't get her application together in time for today's meeting. So I also wanted to,
So I have a
when you
question
wanted to meet.
on an enforcement, I guess it would be an enforcement issue, you know, there's, I don't know, I think I raised a couple of people, I have the handlebar truck in there, and they said that that's their driveway and their workplace. I guess if that's the case, they should still apply for it and have it count as their second sign.
It's not a registered vehicle.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
I'll have to look into it.
It's just another sneaky move.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that kind of takes that theory.
I, just from driving by, it appears that way.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, yeah, we can check that out.
Anyway, it's just more, you know, it's a cute truck and all, it's just,
At least Marine Home Center's old truck was registered.
yeah,
Yeah,
and you guys didn't play games.
Well, it would be curious to know if that's a legal parking spot.
Yeah, I was gonna be looking into this.
Because I recall,
Sorry. I don't know what the hell.
you know, I recall probably 3 years ago, maybe, you used to be able to sit out there and Jason bricked it all over. And the bricks went down real fast, and I don't ever recall an application.
Well, that could have happened,
So, yeah,
right?
so that's why I don't know if
But there's a curb cut there,
there is.
yeah, because I noticed that, I
But
was
there's-
downtown
yeah.
on Sunday, and I noticed there was a curb cut there, but I'll look into
Yeah.
that for you. So,
I mean, if they want another sign, I mean, they could have 2 signs, I guess, but that just seems,
well, if it's a commercial vehicle registered in his name, in his business,
that's a tough one.
Well, it's not
Yeah,
Jason
yeah.
anymore.
No,
No, he sold it.
yeah, no, this is a new
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And they came in for a sign a while back.
so so I didn't know what you guys, last week, Paul and Jen, we weren't here, but we talked about the meeting schedule, and the signs they are slowing down. I don't know if we wanted to stick with like the new business schedule that the HTC has, which would bring you into also next week. If not, the only one I'm really anticipating is 13 Center Street, which is a violation that she wants to address.
Okay.
Well, we could go over more violations, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I'm around, I feel like we should.
I won't be here next week. That's
I won't be here.
Oh,
We'll be in forward to the following week, or if you wanted to meet up on.
following's fine too. I don't want anything.
Are you okay with meeting in person? Okay.
So will we still be not, or are we no longer getting view packs?
I just was too busy over, I
Okay,
couldn't.
that's not a criticism,
Yeah.
I just,
Oh, I know.
I went to look and I couldn't find it, I thought maybe I
Yeah, no,
deleted it.
No, I apologize, I just couldn't get to it, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well, it sure had, I mean, it's been very helpful.
Yeah.
Chris, let me have
Slack
on
this.
10 items. And
Oh.
anyway, so yeah, so you will meet the following Tuesday, which is what?
That's right, 6th.
No, 6 is you
It's
can't meet.
the 13th,
The 13th,
13th,
okay,
July 13th. That'll be our next meeting.
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Okay, and then we'll go every 2 weeks after that.
But you wanna follow with, that's actually attached to an old as well. Theoretically, the old business, not that they're, HCC's not really following a certain old business, new business thing right now, but for deadlines.
You kind of lump signs together anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we could also wait if you wanted to until the actual next new business, which we think is, I want to have the schedule, you have the schedule in front of
The
you.
20th.
I think the deadline.
Yeah, yeah.
Using the blocks.
To the right, whatever it says for new business, no, sorry, to the left, yeah.
So it's meeting date 6/22
New
is
business,
new.
yeah, and keep going down, what's the next new besides? the
7/6, so I see 7/20, yeah, so.
Do you want to wait till 7:20, or is that too long of a time?
It's fine with me, if you have some things, we can come in, I guess,
I
but
think we will by then. The only thing is that 13th Center, I told her I wasn't gonna find her, as long as she applied, she can,
So if they have a sign up already,
Yeah.
a week isn't gonna make much difference.
a couple weeks, actually.
yeah.
All right,
Did you get my new email address?
I did,
Okay.
I did.
So next meeting 7/20, then next
Summer's
one will
flying
be
by.
the
Yeah.
August, whatever, 4th or something like that.
Yeah, we'll follow the, HCC, and they're meeting back in person, starting tonight.
Yeah, I got a feeling that we're not gonna accomplish too much cleanup this summer, other than kind of trying to lasso some things in towards the end of the season and
Right,
let people know they haven't gone away.
right.
Yeah, maybe just send them a notice at the end of the year saying
Is it,
COVID limit, freedom is expiring.
Yeah,
All in all, I think people have been pretty good though, I have to say.
yeah, the town's the worst offender. We still have those big signs. at the
yeah,
border.
that's by the, I can circle back with you, that's the Board of Health.
Oh,
So.
Did you try use it?
they
I
can't
found out it
remove-
was from the Board of Health, they issued that, so it's because of COVID, it can't really.
Right, but when does the COVID rules expire?
Oh, well, the outdoor dining is in November, I believe, but, I don't know about anything else, but.
I wouldn't be opposed to asking them to take them down and see what they say. You know, there's one at the Rotary, there's one at the little park on the corner there by the.
They can go
you
fly.
know, and they're all over.
Yeah, there's one of the visitor center building.
They're big, and they don't tell you anything.
No.
Well, there's a scan code when you're phoning it.
Who's gonna walk up to the sign and take a picture of it?
Well, they scan the code.
You can't, you're driving down the road in your car and it's against the rules. even
I
to
know,
tell them
I
while you're
know,
driving.
oh,
You're not gonna win this one, Kelly, but keep
I guess not.
You go. Who doesn't know that it's a good idea to wear a mask yet? Nobody's wearing a mask
I
yet.
know.
At this point,
What's the point?
absolutely.
It's like,
I don't,
that Board of Health is just, that doesn't make sense.
I don't know,
All right.
but anyhow,
But we can at least assume that when outdoor, because don't the state said that sign guidelines were temporarily,
not the state, well, the town had the emergency order 11, which allowed them to waive any HTC certificate of appropriateness, including signage.
okay, and has that
And that
expired?
extends till November,
Ooh, got it. So we wait until November
right,
and then we can,
right, yeah.
so maybe a good idea would be in September, let's say, let people have their season. In September, we draft a letter and we send it out, post it in the newspaper that just says, with the
Well, I
ending
know-
of this
Like
Order
I,
11.
yeah, like I said before, even Matt Fee at one of these select board meetings last year mentioned about, the Bud Light umbrella signs and all that, let's not kick them when they're down right now, they should follow HCC guidelines, but for right now, people were like stuck between a rock and a hard place for finances, so they didn't wanna.
You're gonna catch up this season.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. We just wait till the end of the season and then we say, okay, assuming that Order 11 expires in November or whatever, we will be back to
He is getting, can you
enforcing
get
the
that?
guidelines.
I'm on bike.
We had a question, we don't need it right now, but the sign here people, who used to be Tugboat Tim's.
Yeah.
So,
It's 40, I think it's 45 Old South. We should, if we could just pull their approval, pull that file, we don't need it
talk
now.
about Tim.
Oh, for tugboat
To
too.
see what was
45 years.
approved, let's see what was in that building last.
You know, I know you want to look back. Personally, I feel like they need to follow the guidelines. I don't care.
Well, I know, you're right, why should we make more work for Kathy? I know.
Or just like why,
See what they do when they, yeah, let's wait till they come back in.
Yeah, I mean, I've
You
been
got
through
enough
that
to do.
before they were open to the public, even before the pandemic was, before all the public, we were open by appointment and they could pull the file, and that's why I tell everybody that they can come in and do that, and look at a previous approval, especially if you're relocating.
Well, they weren't intending to change.
No, but I don't know, I mean, we're being recorded, but I'll say this, I don't personally feel like what they're applying for is that egregious, based on the limitations of the building. Because if that porch is tiny and it is hidden
I
behind
think
the
the
hedge,
projecting sign would do a great job.
I don't think you'll see it. If you drive down the road, I've done that, I've driven past and looked, and like, there is,
Yeah, I think
the
what
building
cut-
block
to me,
was in
To
your
me, what caught Tugboat Tim's attention, and I don't know if it's still there anymore now, but there was a little parking sign that said parking for Tugboat Tim.
now it says sign your name. So they are definitely, they need to clean up the whole mess,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, let's get them an approved sign that works for that building, which is,
Yeah,
you know, I know they're in the sign business, so we don't want to like,
if we
They
could
should
clean
be
up,
an
if
example
we could
for
clean
that,
up the whole thing, that would be even better.
yeah, I just think, we'll drive by and look at it and just realize it's, you know, a suspended sign on their porch could work, maybe,
I think probably in the spirit of a good working relationship, I don't think we should notice them, but the next time they come in, we'll continue the discussion with them.
yeah, I'd just like to see what was there before, because I seem to recall that's what I wrote Tim had a sign. And it might have been through the discussion of, it's the only place you can put a sign on the building.
Possible.
But it's, I'd like to see a clean
There's a
sign.
bike place up there for a while too, where's that
It
deal?
was a different one.
Different building.
That was Island Bike Company, and that was,
Well, we definitely have issues with businesses that are hidden on Old South Road, it's just, we've always had this problem.
And the bike company was one of
Bike
them.
was
We
one,
let them
yeah.
put a sign on the front
on
building.
the front building, yeah. And then a lot of those buildings just aren't designed to
No.
have, like the bake shop
No.
is, you
Another
know,
one.
or they're all built like houses and not
Yeah.
businesses. So,
Alrighty.
Then there's a new public safety sign that went up this summer.
okay. That was approved.
A freestanding one.
The freestanding one? That did, that was approved.
No, that was a nice sign.
Yeah, and it
You
was
come in and
well-
pull the file, sir.
It was scaled down.
A little bit.
So,
Yeah, it looks good, thanks for a good job.
All right, motion.
adjourn in a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Stop on recording, please.
I'll do that.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So Kathy, here's as well for you.
You have all the.
So Kathy, other than 29th Center, everything was approved.
Oh, fabulous.
You want who motions?
So I can watch it.
Just,
You can put me down for motion them all. if You want to
Karen
fight
motion
somebody.
and,